If I showed you this mountain, you'd guess it's the Alps or maybe the Aspen. But this is India. India has the Himalayas, the highest mountain range on earth. We have the snow, we have the freezing temperatures, and we have 1.4 billion people. Yet, in the last 100 years of the Winter Olympics history, we have not even won a single medal. In most years, we have barely even qualified. How does a country with the biggest mountains in the world fail completely? The answer isn't just about snow. It's about politics, a garage-made sled, and a ban that erased our identity. Hello, I'm Athar from The Winning Story, and today we will be talking about India's troubled history with the Winter Olympics. To understand this troubled timeline, we need to look back for the last 100 years. The Winter Olympics started in 1924, yet for 40 years, we saw no man or woman participating from India. But then in 1964, there came one man, and not even a team. Jeremy Bujowski. Born to Polish parents and have spent most of the life in his US, he was exposed to the snow, and that's what helped him become the first man to wrap the tricolor on ice. Sadly, he didn't finish the race during his first Olympics, yet in 1968, he competed in 3 races and completed them all. This was the trend for the longest time for India at the Winter Olympics. And then there were 2 women, Shailaja Kumar in 1988 and Neha Ahuja in 2006. That's it. While other nations sent hundreds of female athletes, we have sent 2 in an entire century. Why? Because in India, winter isn't a sport. It is a survival challenge. Because in the Himalayas, you don't just ski for fun, you ski to sometimes get to school. But then came a man who brought hope with him. Shiva Keshavan, the fastest Indian you've never heard of. He's a 6-time Olympian. Shiva introduced a new sport to India, Luge, a high-intensity discipline that challenges your mind and questions the laws of physics. And while his job was to focus on getting better, he had bigger problems in hand. Shiva's story is not about winning, it's about surviving. Because when Germans, Austrians, and all the Europeans and Americans had multiple athletes participating in the Olympics, Shiva Keshavan was just alone. He literally had to build his sled in a garage. He couldn't afford the high-tech aerodynamics, and money wasn't easy. He was literally competing with Ferraris when all he had was a Maruti 800. But did that stop him? No. Vancouver, Turin, Salt Lake, so many places, including Nangao, he just kept going on and on. But in 2014, there was a dark day in his career because his biggest challenger was not an opponent but his own government. And now, imagine training your whole life for the Olympics. You walk into the stadium and you are told you cannot carry your country's flag. In 2014, the International Olympic Committee banned the Indian Olympic Association.
Indian athletes who are participating in the Sochi Winter Olympics this year will not have the honor of competing under the tricolour.
Because our sports administration was accused of corruption. Our athletes walked as an independent participant, and it was a humiliation on a global stage. But that embarrassment forced a cleanup, and finally the ban was lifted for India. Things were finally starting to change, and we were healing. A move was made, and we had the Khelo India Winter Games come to reality. For the first time, the government isn't just ignoring winter sports, they are actively funding them. We are seeing a new generation. Kids from different parts of India are not building their sleds in garages, but in professional academies, and so is their training. Till now, there have been 6 editions of the Khelo India Winter Games, and from our former sports minister to our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, everybody is backing this movement. Future stars like Nayana Taluri, T.N. Bhavani, and so many more are getting a chance to glide through the ice and stone they can call their own. So India may not be winning a medal in 2026, possibly not in 2030. But the 100-year drought is finally ending, and we can say that for sure. The giant of the Himalayas is finally waking up Because we have the genetics, we have the people, and we all know that when 1.4 billion people take a sport seriously, what happens in history. That's all for today, folks. If you would want to see more such stories, then follow the winning story. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe with all your friends and family. See you in the next one.